I want to talk about something personal because nobody's ever pushed me to work, and nobody can ever push you to work, and nobody can ever push you to make $1 million. And sometimes the only way you get that type of coaching is by looking for it and being willing to pay for it. And a lot of people do weird things to get their hands on that sort of mentality. And sometimes it takes more than meets the eye. To get a cup of ice cream more than once a day. So I have a hard question for my community, and it's, if you're not gonna let something be, then how is it going to end up being something of a beautiful muse for us to look at for generations? And why does it matter, when the lights go on, the lights go out. So when the clock strikes midnight, it's time. It's time to admit, you're either going to bed or you're staying up. So I don't mean to keep people up by making videos or by staying up past midnight to play video games or watch movies or read books or surf the internet. But if I ever run out of things to talk about, or if if this ever happens again in history, that people start to die from the virus outbreak, and that's going to leave millions of people out of work again, then I'm like Captain America with the shield. I can't stop. Before the pandemic out and the virus outbreak, we had so many problems, and those problems don't exist right now because we're in a panic. We're in a state of emergency, and the thing about video is you're always able to express yourself, and the thing about writing and hard work is that, well, now with the virus, we don't know if we can work, and before we didn't want to work because it just seemed foolish to work for no reason. So now, a few things have hit hard. Now the virus outbreak has taken over. And for some reason, I've been able to touch sensitive subjects in my personal diaries that I wasn't able to really be up to grips with before. But honestly, just that much of a Ponzi scheme, the employment economy, the job economy, to me is really that much of a scam and that much of a Ponzi scheme that I can't put together pieces of the puzzle that don't make sense to me. And what's important to me about that is that I feel like that is something that exists everywhere. So if I wrote down whatever a number of things that my life and my career, my short career, and my short time were going to be about, I just think, for the most part, if there's money involved, then there's really no point in looking for a relationship or, doing anything but doing the things that you love to do, you know? And if you try something and people, like my man, and you don't know who I'm talking about, and people just don't love you anymore because of it, uh, and you still love doing what you love to do, and one day you're not able to do what you love to do anymore because of the virus outbreak, then, that's something we want to touch on that day. But right now, I'm just going to leave you guys with a little more. And I'm just going to keep watching TV. And I'm sorry that I haven't posted regularly. It's just my life is out of control. And, I can't find any nook to make money from home right now. And, the search is just desperate. And there's just no way to make money. There's no income. There's just so many reasons why I don't feel like looking in all of those common places that Google tells me to look for a nook for working from home and to make money from home. So hopefully, you know, we all find something to talk about besides money. But that's the thing is, if you don't need money and you have money, then you're not. I'm not gonna ask you what is money. I'm not gonna ask you 100 million questions about money. You know, so that's sort of what the thing I wanted to say is, um, after this is, what would you ask billionaires? What would you ask a millionaire? What would you ask somebody who spent their whole life poor and at age 40 finally decides to start working? makes $1 million overnight. You know, if you're like me, you don't want to mute them, but I feel like that's what I really would do, is mute those people. But I just feel like, for some reason, it, people think I'm interested in that, and it's for that reason I think that, what happens is unconventional. It's like when a new movie comes out, you don't want to see it. You don't get anything out of seeing the movie. So that's what the millionaire mindset is that, because of the triggers and the ASMR in advertising, you get hooked onto something. But in reality, you're not doing anything, no matter what. No matter what, if you're a millionaire, a billionaire, you're broke, you're never doing anything. But if you're like me, and the one thing you never want to do is wear the same clothes every day, and people get you to do it no matter what you do, then, you know, and the other people will always seem panderly to you, like your mother or something. And, if you're ever stuck in life, just try to figure something out. Look at people in the real world and answer questions about, who is that? Like that guy in the news with like 5 college degrees, who is that? So that's sort of, how people avoid at all costs to become that. I'm not that either. But when I started to dabble in that and reading, I feel like, once I did it again, and I felt like it just wasn't who I was, and I kept doing it anyway, it gave me this new feeling. So now with the virus outbreak, I know that I'm not who I feel when I do that. I'm not the way I am when I am trying something new. And yeah, it makes me wonder who I would have been at the time that the outbreak occurred, had I not have done all of those things. It's not obvious that if I had become a billionaire or a millionaire, or had published my books, put my thoughts into a video or words or writing and published books and made 1 million views off of my videos, admit it, all of those things would have been dumped out by now. I would have spent that money or kept it, and today would be like right how it is right now. So I just want to put that on video for you guys to get to know me in that way, because whatever happened yesterday that involved making money or making a career decision, so to speak, it's so difficult to make a career decision. It's so difficult to make it to 6 figures a year. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying whoever takes that opportunity from you is that robot, that illusion. Who, if you don't stop letting them be that in your life, which it doesn't matter. It's just some sort of hacky term of endearment to me to think of someone as that, someone who is showing me what I'm doing because of something I believe that isn't true. It continues, without you, as soon as you change your perspective of that. And, there's really nothing more you can say about it, unless you want to try to come up with a thesis for why that might be some sort of a paradox in that sort of micro domain, which I try to touch base on.